Hi everyone, I'm Daniele, Sileri, CEO of Blockchain Studios, and we're definitely gonna talk about a little bit more light topic now, which is gaming. Okay, so we believe blockchain will be one of the gaming will be one of the first application that brings blockchain to mainstream. Why? Because it's very natural application of blockchain. So gamers already buy digital assets using digital currency. They are used to this business model, and it's very easy to transfer blockchain-based business model to gaming. Also, talking about numbers, so gaming is a huge market. It's the largest entertainment market in the world. Just to give you an idea, here I have a number of 110 billion, but actually this year they're on track to almost 140 billion. This is 4 times the size of the movie industry. Imagine the movie industry everywhere in the world, China, India, US, Europe, gaming is 4 times bigger. It's huge. Also, if you see the growth rate of VR esports, they have like 1.5 growth rate, esports 36% a year. These are huge numbers. 80% of the revenue from gaming come from selling in-game assets. So on a 140 billion industry means 110 billion are spent by gamers to buy assets inside the game. Like if you guys know Fortnite, you wanna buy a new suit or a dance move, you need to pay Epic, and that's what goes into this 80%. Okay. So the question that many people ask is why blockchain? Well, there's a very big issue with buying digital assets in a game, that you actually do not own it. So those assets are sitting on a database of the gaming company, and they tell you what you can or actually what you cannot do with them. So mainly, you're not allowed to resell it. Why? Because they want to sell items specifically to each user. They don't want items to be transferred from player A to player B because they can sell a new one. They have very little cost. And they enforce this, banning users that they try to resell items or accounts. So not only you're not allowed to resell it, but if they see you trying, you lose everything. Okay? So we like to say that gamers are second-class property owners. So you pay for your asset, but you don't own it. Okay? Another big point of having a blockchain-based assets for gaming is that you're gonna be able to monetize your gaming time. I mean, back in the day when I used to spend a lot of time gaming, lots of people thought it was a waste of time and money. Okay, so this can be changed using blockchain-based assets. Why? Because if you are a gamer and you're good at it, and you loot an opponent or win a tournament, you actually can earn digital assets which are transferable. You can actually trade them. So you can actually play all day, win assets, sell them for money, and make a living out of it. So gaming now is a job, but only for the elite top esports player. Using a blockchain-based economy actually gives the possibility to everyone in their mom's basement to make money with gaming. Okay. Also, blockchain assets have lots of other properties. So, as I've said, the assets are controlled by you because they're sitting. So we specifically use ERC-721 tokens on Ethereum, but also EOS, Tron, other big blockchains are coming up and running with gaming. So the assets are sitting in a wallet. So if you control the private keys of your wallet, you control the assets. Nobody can take them off you. Okay. Blockchain assets can be interoperable across games, so which is quite a hot topic. Scarcity, that's very important. So if some items are supposed to be scarce in a game, they're more rare, okay? There's nothing that prevents the gaming company say, oh, but these items sell very well, so instead of 1,000, I produce 1,000,000. So somebody that bought something that was supposed to be rare is not rare anymore because they cannot control, the company controls the number. So once those assets are created to smart contract, the number of assets is hard-coded. So they verifiable scarce items. So in fact, as you probably know, Cryptocarz, which was the first DApp that uses ERC-721 as a type of token, they've been selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars because they're verifiable scarce. People say, why would I pay $100,000 for a digital cat? I personally wouldn't, but you know, that's what goes as well with art. So if something is scarce and people are willing to put a price on it, then that's how it works, right? Another one is the provenance. So you, since it's a blockchain-based items, you actually able to track who has been using that item. I'll give you an example. Like the shotgun that killed the last player on the final of a Counter-Strike tournament, for example, there might be a value, not because the object itself, but because who used it. Or, I don't know, a celebrity-owned item, right? So this can be tracked using blockchain because it's immutable, right? So we are also decided to use VR to give immersion. So we are planning to use multiple platforms from mobile to desktop, and it's going to be both VR and non-VR. But we believe that for a higher end experience, VR, it's very immersive. It give an experience which is of a higher state than the normal gaming. And we also believe that VR is gonna reach mass adoption very soon, especially after the release of the Oculus Quest next year. So platform outline. So as I've said, we're gonna use a backend of smart contracts for assert the ownership of the assets, but also for some special gaming modes. I'll tell you more about that. Also, this platform that we're going to build is modular and flexible enough to be reused to bolt on other games. So this car racing game that we are building is the first proof of concept that we are using to develop actually platform that it's built on. Okay, so the platform comprises a number of smart contract, Oracle integration for market price feed, marketplaces integration. All of this is reusable, and we're actually planning to have third-party developers bringing their own games on our platform, and we do a revenue sharing agreement to whoever decides that it's fit for the use case. Okay, as I've said, NFTs or non-fungible tokens provide digital scarcity of the item, and VR provides the immersion. Okay, I already mentioned we're planning multiple platforms. So here, as you can see, the non-fungibles are at the center of the whole concept of what we're building, and as I've said, this is going to be cross-platform integration with marketplaces, oracles, and so on. Actually, you can see one of the cars here. There's a few other use cases for smart contracts that are used for special gaming modes. So we use blockchain not only for assert ownership, but also to add some fancy gaming features. So for example, there's one that we call the Fast and Furious that we like a lot. How does that work? So let's say I'm playing with a friend of mine, he thinks he's faster than me at driving, there's no way. So put your money where your mouth is. So what happens? So the two cars that we use for racing go in this special smart contract, which is a sort of a escrow smart contract, that you can race somebody else head to head. If that person loses the race, he loses the car. The smart contract sends the car in my wallet, okay? And imagine, I mean, you can potentially grind head to head other people all day, keep collecting cars. At the end of the day, you made money just playing. So this is possible only using smart contracts, okay? No gaming company does any of this. So this is a little bit of the roadmap. So we already have a VR high-end showrooms that we built with Unreal Engine that actually we're showing today, and we actually created an MVP of drag racing. So we built this in the Centraland, which is one of our partners. So we built this during the Nifty Hackathon this summer in Hong Kong, and people liked it, so we decided to iterate, and we made another version of this drag racing game. Actually, you can lose the car playing that. So we're planning to have a single track racing around end of Q1 next year, and Q3 of next year have a full multiplayer racing on a high-end platform using Unreal as an engine. So revenue structure, for example, there's quite a few revenue stream that can be attached to this type of platform. So as you can tell, you can have a series of cars created regularly, special editions like under licenses. Let's say, you know, somebody like Porsche or whatever decide to give you a license, you can create limited edition cars, provably scarce limited edition cars. You can have skins, like, you know, change the colors of the cars, replacements. So we're planning to have some damage as well. The cars can get damaged, so if you damage your car, you need to fix it. Somebody even mentioned you should sell insurance on blockchain if the cars get broken. And as well, tracks. So the tracks themselves are NFT, 721 non-fungible tokens. So actually, third-party developers, we're going to produce an SDK, create an SDK. So third-party developers can actually create assets in our platform, like new cars, skins, or tracks, and actually monetize their work through smart contracts. So if I create a track, I own the track. Anytime that somebody racing that track, the smart contract pays me a fee. Okay, so we already have smart contracts that do fee splitting. For example, like in the Centraland, you can be a landowner. The land in the Centraland is non-fungible. So potentially you can have a split even to, I don't know, us, platform provider, landowner, track owner, and potentially a tournament organizer. Okay? So this creates like a smart contract governed ecosystem where everybody is rewarded for what they do. So here is just a list of all the possible areas that we touch with this project, which is quite wide net. So we touch gaming area, blockchain companies, hardware, so all the hardware manufacturer for VR headsets, mobile, branding, so car manufacturer and components. And here as well explains a little bit how developers can monetize the platform and actually how gamers can monetize the platform. Okay? So who we are. So just as a short introduction, so Blockchain Studios is formed at the beginning of this year. So the main three co-founders, company and investors are Active Genes, Shadow Factory, and Diginex, based in Hong Kong. So we globally are, I think now is about 150 people across multiple countries, and each one of them brings different expertise on the table that allows us to develop this completely in-house. So everything that we've done so far, 90+% of what we did is developing in-house. Okay. So a little bit about the team. So there's a few more people here. So there's people with experience that goes from Fortune 500, Microsoft, Intel, DreamWorks, Disney. It's if you guys want, you can see the full profiles on LinkedIn. We have on the website. Yeah, it's a short video. It starts. Yeah, so this is a video of the production studios in Hong Kong. Maybe we can click on the link. Double click, maybe.
Blockchain Studio started at the start of this year. The coming together of Daniele Sileri, the founder, together with Shadow Factory and Diginex, all based in Hong Kong, with the simple idea that the combination of VR and blockchain could transform gaming.
It's interesting to see like a community being born. In the beginning we set up the Telegram channel and the Twitter, but now there's a couple of thousand people in the Telegram channel. A lot of people are very interested to see where the project goes.
We founded the BlockShow Studios because we believe the application of blockchain technology can actually change radically the way people interact and use games. Currently, NFT games and projects are mostly crypto collectibles, so the NFT, they don't have an actual functional role inside the gaming. So we are trying to go steps ahead of current environment.
Sorry, it looks like we're running out of time, so if you like it, you feel free to go on the website and watch it. Yeah, so the current state is, so we finished to develop all the 20 car models that we decided to have. We have all the smart contract complete, they're on testnet. Actually, they have MVPs running already on Covan testnet. I can show you if you want. They've been audited by a professional third-party audit company in Germany. We have the VR showroom, which is complete. So if you want to see some immersion, we have that one as well. And we have a demo of the NFT drag racing I mentioned before. Now we started working on components, so swappable components of the cards, which is going to be fully customizable. So on the business side, we self-funded, we bootstrapped the project on our own because we 3 existing company, we exist in business. So we wanted to have a product before we move forward on the funding side. So now we're looking to do an equity round and later an NFT pre-sale with our partners at Wax, which I mentioned here. So Wax, guys from Upskins, they've been a very, very long time on the gaming industry, even before Ethereum was conceived. So they were the largest marketplace for skins for Counter-Strike. They have I think they have millions of users at the moment, and they decided to pivot on blockchain, creating Wax, which is a decentralized protocol for NFT trading. And the very important part of working with those guys is that they have a platform, they accept fiat and credit card, which is a big problem from non-crypto people. So if I'm a gamer and I need to buy an asset, let's say, oh, I like those cards, I want to buy one. So now if you want to use crypto to buy them, so you need to go to Coinbase, KYC, ALM, ML, get ninja level verification before you can wire the money, then you need to wire the money, then you need to know how to trade those money to buy Ethereum. I'm a gamer, not trader. How does that order book works? Then once you have Ethereum, you need to transfer on MetaMask, learn how to use it, and then you can buy an asset. 99% of people are gone. They're not going to go through this. So having a platform where you can just go there, credit cards, and buy it with a very large existing user base, it's a game changer for us. Okay, and the other partner that we're quite proud of is Decentraland, is the largest VR blockchain project at the moment. Is getting lots of tractions. Lots of large investors are invested in Decentraland, and that's what we use as well for our MVP. And that's it. Thanks for listening. I'm not sure if you have time for a question.
We have time for one question.
Okay.
Thank you, Daniele. It's very nice presentation, especially when the initial reflection about how crypto and gaming relate.
Yeah.
But I see you are using the Ethereum network, no? So that puts me two questions. The first one is that
Scalability.
But that's the second one. But one is scalability. I mean, if CryptoKitties has blocked the network and has made the fees for transaction of the assets so high, how you cope with that? And the second one is you mentioned the gamers that are not used to use crypto, no?
Correct.
So they will need to have Ethereum in the game, no? Because I assume there is a wallet that is in the game. So if I want to sell or give away one card to another user to pay the gas for that transaction, I would need to handle Ethereum. How you plan to manage that?
Absolutely. I mean, for the question about scalability is two things here. First of all, we create the game, we design the game in a way that we don't need a higher number of transactions. So the game runs off-chain, okay, on a computer. We use the ledger to assert ownership. So again, an example, you want to play a game, you start, you're loading your assets in the game, you play the game, at the end of the game, depending on what happens, some transactions are written in the ledger, okay? So if you decide to create other gaming modes, other features that need intra-game transaction for a higher throughput, then there's already like solution that other games are using, like Loop Network is using a plasma cache side chains. So essentially transaction are instantaneous and transaction fees is nil. So there's already a way around it. Many people are using thinking about using EOS. I don't particularly like EOS that much, but that's another solution that people are looking at. Regarding handling Ethereum for gamers, so the trick is that gamers will need to use blockchain-based assets without knowing that they're using you in blockchain. It needs to be a painless project. You cannot have people going through the process I mentioned before, taking potentially weeks and learning all this. It's unnecessary. You want to have a service where this works on the back end and the end user doesn't even know is using it. So Wax, for example, you can buy stuff on credit card and all the assets that you own are on the Wax chain, but they can be managed from the front-end website. You don't even know that they actually are NFTs. Yes, so for the fees it's the same. So you will have some Ethereum in your account, but you don't have to. It's like a V-Bucks in Fortnite, right? You know, it's a virtual currency. It's there. You just buy with credit cards, like you buy V-Bucks with credit cards. Is it on the back end? Yes. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I mean, for the end user, it doesn't know what technologies use at the back end, right? In theory, if Epic would use cryptocurrencies that the V-Bucks, the front end is exactly the same. It should be transparent for the end user.